Alright, welcome to another production stream. Today we will start a new project by using the Riot Serum 2 presets, which he published around 2 weeks ago. And always when Riot drops something like a sample pack or a preset pack, I always try them and make a video about it and also try it on stream today. And I think today it would be nice to make a quick little drop, maybe 16 bars, using all the presets and of course using lots of resampling, so we will later not be able to hear that it was a bit right preset, hopefully. And this is the challenge today. And hello Ice, is 26 or Sky, welcome to the stream. So yeah, this will be the challenge. We will use the Riot Serum 2 presets and we'll turn them into something completely different with lots of processing and arrange them in a cool and fun way to make a cool drop. I think before we actually start with using the presets, I think we can set up some drums really quick, maybe a kick and a snare. Oh yeah, this was a nice kick, I remember. We can use this one. This is a really nice kick. But yeah, I think we will take a different one. A one which I'm more familiar with. Break. Yeah, this kick. Definitely be something heavy again, which we will make today. And then we need a wax hue kick transients, I think. This transients. I love this transients a lot. Then we can quickly transform this. And glue them together. Flat, I think. Yeah, just a tiny bit. And then we need a snare or clap. What is that? This is a cool snare. And when we have set up the drum loop, we can start with the actual fun. Also the BPM. I think we will go with something 140-ish. I think that would be nice. Maybe even 135. I've been recently enjoying this tempo a lot. We have lots of space to maybe make a cool rhythm with the sounds and stuff. I think this could be pretty fun. Now we also need some cymbals, and we will just choose some random samples. Let me arrange a group really quick. Let me also change the coloring. The symbols are always in this light blue. And we can just grab some from the Spicy Rhythm Drums pack. Let's take a few. These are pretty short, actually. Yeah, better material to work with. And then just because I really like using them all the time, some kerosene rights. Yeah, this one probably. This one is cool. This one. And maybe this one. And we should have enough cymbals. And now we need to arrange them properly and mix them. Because now, obviously, it's really loud and annoying. We don't want that. So get rid of the low end and turn down the volumes each. Because in some they are multiplying the volume basically. Don't want them to clip. And we can shorten this. Make some fades. Maybe get rid of the transients here. Maybe make this one a little bit louder. So we like the tonality. And then we can also throw a quick delay on the entire group. No syncing, but yeah, the timing instead. No filter. So we can make some space for the transients. Yeah, I think this is fine, 44 milliseconds. And then we can start with the actual fun by using the Serum 2 presets. And we're really looking forward to try them and also resample them a lot and just adding post-processing. I think this is going to be pretty fun. Let's first have a listen to what we've got. I just once went through all of them and wanted to see what we got in there, but there's some pretty cool material in there. Would be nice for resampling. I also actually have an idea where we can use these arpeggios for a cool intro with some interesting post-processing. Could use them with distortion. We had a little, tension building intro, for example. Let's see what we got. This one is also fun. Some more distortion. Pretty cool already. There are the guns. I think we will layer a bunch of them and also manipulating them with more processing. This is one of the best ones so far. And I think I would just resample that to audio really quick because I prefer working in audio so I can see the waveform, and then we can also work a little bit more precise. And hello, Deathwish, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I think we can just resample a few ones. Long time no seen. That's true. I've also I didn't stream for like 5 days. I think we can stick to the first one. Get a different tonality. I'm good, just tired, but I'm finally free for a week tomorrow. Nice. Are you going anywhere or just chilling at home? Oh yeah, there's some good material to resample. Let's just record a session. This is some nice variations already. And I didn't press record. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. And hello, key theory. When making new sounds, how do you determine a sound is finished? It's just the feeling. For example, right now I'm just collecting some sounds which we will resample from the Riot Serum 2 presets, and then when I stack up layering, for example, or when I think the processing is enough, I think that's that's my approach, and then just seeing how it sounds like in context. Going to my girlfriend. Nice. Yeah, let's quickly record and actually press resampling. I forgot. Yeah. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, I think this is enough. And now we can just take the bits we like and resample all the bits from the gun preset. The new track. And then we can see what we've got. Oh, this lots of variations. Lots of different tonalities to choose from. We definitely need, multiple layers. Love your comment, by the way. I've been watching all VODs. Yo, that's nice. I hope you are learning something. And if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat, for example, or DM me on Discord. Love to help. Yeah, let's see. Well, this one is nice. It has a nice body. So let's just take this one. Let's get an EQ. Actually, I think the sub sounds equal, right? Yeah, it's just the body which is different. And we are on a... Oh! We are way too high. We need a lower octave. I was just wondering, why is the sub so high? Because we were in B0. This was weird, yeah. And the thing is, sub is really, really low. Maybe it's even too low. Maybe we should go with a C sharp. Because it does not have much overtones. And let's just render this and see how we can chop this, for example, or just isolate the actual sub content. Because this is what we need to make a nice song. We also have a sub preset in there because I want to stick to just the presets. Let's see. Okay, there's no sub in there. Yeah, I'm thinking of using my own sub, which already has the desired overtones I like. But we can see if we can maybe get another preset and just isolate the tail here, for example. I think this could be useful. And now we can use this. Yeah, this looks much better. Now we also have the node without any transients happening, for example, without cheating actually. Maybe we can give it some more saturation really quick. Also EQ it before. Because we don't want too many overtones, because the frequency spectrum, besides the sub content, is being filled with the layers from the guns from the Visual Riot Serum 2 preset pack. This looks fine already. Now we have a good sub to work with. And now we can just start resampling, I would say. Let's try to come up with a nice sounding gun first, I would say. And this needs lots of layers, lots of processing. So we can just take this one, for example, and get the sub away. Then just start processing with snap heap, frequency shifter, and also an audio follower. So we can do some automations. Example, giving it some more movement, some disperser maybe, some convolver with a nice impulse response, space, for example. This sounds cool. Not too much reverb. Maybe we can reduce the stretching a little bit. And maybe add a ring mod with some slight frequency automation on the audio follower. Give it some more movement, and then we can add some just some standard convolver with the disperser. This already sounds pretty cool. And then some distortion. And maybe a shaper table. Just use it as a gate. And now we have turned this gun into a nice noisy layer, which I would love to resample now. So we see what it looks like. And then we can stack up these with the actual sub bass, which we have here. Let's just get a tuner really quick. I just want to make sure everything is right. Yeah. Be perfect. Yeah, now we need some more layers. I think this one could be pretty cool to add some distortion on. I also use it as a layer, obviously. Oh, I'm sorry. And let's get a corpus maybe. And then we can have some fun with some nice metallic sounds here. Thinking of doing an automation to get this really cool bubbly corpus artifacts. This could be a nice tonality. Let's get a snap heap again to add some more processing. Let's start with a distortion this time. Also, let's add an EQ maybe before snap heap to just remove some of the high end a little bit, and also get an audio follower again and do some filtering. Maybe the other way around. And we can also add another EQ maybe in here. And then a convolver again. And maybe get a different impulse response this time. Let's go to spaces artificial. See what we can grab. It sounds fun. And then maybe a frequency shifter. Get different tonalities depending on the actual character of the gun later. And maybe some more distortion or saturation. And then an end spec complete, I would say, to balance out the song, the gun layer. And then I would resample again. So you can see this is my go-to workflow. Just using something and then resampling with lots of processing to then glue everything together later on again. So now we have this layer, this up, this noisy thing, and this tonal character sound. And yeah, now maybe let's make one more for the tonality, and then we can make some background layers like noise by just using erosion with the existing material here. What does this sound like? And we can try a stretching. Oh yeah, we can also use a granulizer. Yeah. Let's just use a granulizer for fun now. And put this in here. Let's consolidate that. Granulator 2. Where can I find it? Here. Let's find it in the folder. Now we can have some fun with a convolver and maybe come up with some nice results here. It's just a simple automation like this. Also the time maybe. Sounds fun. I like the tail a lot. This also sounds cool. And maybe one more. And then also get the volume to 0. Now we can resample that again and use this in context later. And also when we do somehow resampling, the waveforms already look pretty fun. So yeah, this was a Serum 2 preset once. And now we got some nice granular stuff. And I would like to use this one as an additional layer. Right here, for example. Because I feel like this could be the perfect component for a gun. Already has a nice transience due to the automations from the granulator. Now we can take use of it. Of course, we don't need the sub. And yeah, I think this could be pretty cool to get a nice tonality into the gun. Yeah, these definitely need some more work. Let's already get an EQ in there, and we will do lots of more processing. Let's group this really quick. I will make this dark purple and name this main group. And then we have the sub. And we also have the tonal components. And we can also colorize this. Maybe like this. I don't know. It's a little bit chaotic, but I think I can get used to it. Now we need more processing. Actually, let me render this really quick. And maybe get some erosion in there really quick as well. And now we can apply some processing. Let me find it really quick. This one. And throw this onto the group. Now it should sound a bit better. Yeah. I already got the grid a little bit. Some EQing. Let's get a snap in here and make the individual layers a bit better. With the shifter. maybe, yeah, what could we do to change the sound drastically? Oh yeah, filter table. Let's get a spectral one. Well, this could be a little bit loud, but let's see if it works. Let's also get an N spec comp at the end to just compensate for the really annoying yeah, frequencies. Hallo Felix, guten Abend. Herzlich willkommen. Yeah, let's just automate the filter table position to get a different tonality. And then we can try it in context later, some distortion. Maybe some more shaper table. And maybe let's give it some delay. That will be a short one. And also maybe resample it again, or maybe stretch it to get a different result. Sounds okay. Yeah, this is fine. Let's resample. So we see what it sounds like, and also looks like in audio. And then we can yeah, stack up everything. Oh. Let's mute the stuff we don't need right now. Because there's lots of layers already. And I will just make to work or try to make everything fit in context. So I think this layer could definitely have some more compression. Let's get some N spec comp light 2. And we should also get some N spec comp light 2 on the entire group. Just make sure you can control everything a little bit better. And this one could be pitched down maybe. Let's go to tones. Could be a nice, yeah, noisy layer. We can give it some erosion maybe. And then some EQ. Get rid of all the mids. We have a transient layer and also the tonal layer and the noise layer so far. And the sub could start a little bit earlier. And we can also let this start when the transients of the sound hits. And this sounds, this sound needs some more work. I don't remember what the original source was from the presets. I think it was one of the guns we rendered. What can we do to it? Maybe frequency shift it? Oh yeah, this sounds creepy. Now we also need some reverb. So let's get a parallel reverb chain. EQ. Then the Pro R. Oh yeah, also before the plug data. And then we need to make a group. New chain. We have the parallel reverb here. And I like using the huge synth wash, I think. But of course, we have to turn down the decay rate and also adjust the EQ a little bit so it does not become too noisy. Like this, I would say. Sub is a bit loud, actually. And maybe we can turn it down later. Oh, I just noticed the EQ is in the wrong audio track here. Yeah, now it's right. Just wondering why everything sounded so muffled. Yeah, this sound is a bit weird. Now we need some more background layers. And also, let's adjust the tilt here a tiny bit. And maybe we should also pitch this one down a little bit. And also give it some more, beef with some distortion, some convolving maybe. Maybe even some delay before. With some dual delay. Really short. And maybe a convolver as well. Maybe we can do a parallel chain. Get some more high end here. Also add some more processing to the sub bass. Usually you wouldn't do that. But in this context, works. Oh yeah, we also need side chaining. I almost forgot. And then we can also delay the drop group maybe a little bit. Just the curve. Round about, yeah, 1/16. Yeah, let's delay everything. And now we have to come up with a pattern which makes sense, hopefully. Maybe we can use one more layer, because I think all these layers aren't that special. Maybe let's try one more from the presets and just see what we could potentially layer into this group here. Yeah, all these presets are already filtered now because of the processing happening in the group. Maybe something like that would work. I just want the lasery part. Yeah, just want this one. One could be actually sick in context. I like the back ringing. Would be nice in a rhythm. Maybe we can render this out really quick. Yeah, let's just render this. Then we can see what we can do with it. EQ. Get rid of the sub. Oh yeah, maybe we can have a longer hit at the beginning. Delay this. And then a faster rhythm, maybe. Just want to try something. Make this a little bit shorter. Oh yeah, this could work. Yeah, this needs some more processing. Let's get a snappy. Maybe add a convolver again, maybe a shorter one. Maybe, yeah, 80 milliseconds. Then maybe a frequency shifter. A different tonality. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, what we can also do, instead of just taking snippets, we can wrinkle it down to the length. We're just doing this. But I would, yeah, maybe stretch it a bit longer again. And then just cut the tail because it's getting really, really quiet down here. And yeah, I think now we should have the majority of the tonality. Maybe also give it some attack. So yeah, we also need a transience layer. I don't know if we can take or use this as a transience because it's really, really muddy actually. We can try and articulate to boost it a tiny bit. And yeah, this requires some more layering. Yeah, this already sounds kind of cool. Also, like this layer in particular, we haven't altered this one a lot. Maybe we can give it some more distortion. And maybe add yeah, disperser. And the disperser could also move a little bit. Like this. And this layer could be a little bit more staccato. And this layer was a bit bad. It's definitely needs some more processing. Maybe some end spec comp. Oh yeah, we can try and phase shift maybe. Let's get a phase shift in here. Or the N. Oh, I did a mistake. Before the N spec comp. Let's also render this really quick. So we can compensate the latency here. And we just take the first bit and use it just as a gun layer in here. Maybe we can stretch it a little bit, or maybe use a texture algorithm. This could work. maybe frequency shifted down a little bit. Like this, probably. Quickly EQ and spec comp light. That kind of matches. Let's also try to get a little filler sound in here. And for this, we can also use a preset again. And also manipulate that, maybe a Reese or something. I don't know yet, maybe it's the wrong place to add a tiny bit of Reese content in there. But I just want to, try something right now. Let's get one of the Reese base things. Where are they? Maybe a little bit longer, and then we can resample. Okay, let's draw a little automation, and then let's resample and see what we can get here as a fill. Maybe it sounds good, maybe it doesn't. I think it would actually be better if we not use this as a filler, but instead use it as a layer, just for the high end, because I really like the crispiness. We can hear. We give it some ring mod. Let's get a snappy. Ring mod, ring mod, ring mod. Let's also render this really quick, and then we can chop it again. And yeah, as you can see here, I'm resampling many times. Oh yeah. And maybe we should also try a different rhythm because, yeah, this pattern, we have heard this many times already. Pretty boring actually. Let's try to get a different idea for a rhythm by yeah, taking all the main components really quick. And then we can see what we can get here. Also don't want to remove or move the tracks here. Maybe I come back to the resampling later. But yeah. Maybe da da da. Maybe a pattern like that. Also we need the side chain. And let's just see what it would sound like if we did a pattern like this. Ich muss so viel vorbereiten für morgen, musste heute 2 Tracks. Wäre schon ein Glück, dass ich scheinbar aber keinen Videoauftrag bekommen habe. Mein Glück. Sehr gut, sehr gut. I actually preferred without the tonal component. I like the idea of the pattern so far. Would actually work, creates a nice rhythm. Maybe we can give it some movement with a filter, maybe? Or with a filter table, rather. Hello, Tamashi. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Like this, maybe an audio follower. Is this a new track? Yeah, we are starting a new track, or at least try making a drop idea with the help of Riot Serum 2 presets, which he put out last week or the week before. I think the week before actually. And always when Riot drops something, is it a sample pack or a preset pack, I always want to make a video about it and just see what you can do with it. Also when I started with live streaming last year, I did like, I think 20 streams just by using the Riot Happy Bassline Volume 3 sample pack and just making cool stuff with it on stream also. And yeah, today we are just doing it with the Serum 2 presets, and my goal is that you can't notice the preset which I've been using, or the presets which I've been using in the song later. So we are using lots of resampling. I'm directly starting with the drop, exactly. I think this is a little bit easier when wanting to make heavy stuff. But yeah, this is what I've got so far. Lots of resampling happening here, lots of processing, and then we will turn it into a nice heavy drop. This is kind of cool already. I like the idea. We have made some of these things also with a gun I put into a granulator. Maybe we can abuse them in the context here. Yeah, this needs more processing. No question. EQ. That's maybe an auto filter. So we can get some more movement in there. Maybe some disperser. Which we could also automate. Maybe we can try fusion. Oh no. What's loading here? Oh yeah. I should also probably save the project file really quick in case anything would crash. How do we name this? Yeah, what you can do with literal Riot's Serum to reset presets. Perfect. Yeah, we can delete that. Sounds really nice. Let's try to texturize it. Ooh. Could also probably consolidate that really quick. This could work. Let's just. Where's the dot? Get some slide filtering. And then an n-spec comp light. Plugins. And thank you for the follow. Yo, Secrecy, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow in Twitch. How are you doing? Yo, hello, hello. What's up, what's up? I'm doing pretty good. I hope you also have some chill times at the moment. Maybe we can add some vocoder to it. Same, I'm getting back into producing after a busy month of uni work. Yeah, I've seen that on socials. I've also been pretty busy with university the last 2 weeks with one final exam I had to pass. And this is done now, and now I just need to write my bachelor thesis in the next, or within the next 2 months, and then I'm also finished. So really, really chill times at the moment for me, and kind of having more time for music again as well. Yo, thank you, Secrecy, thank you. Appreciate it. This sounds cool. Losing a little bit of the sub. Oh, a little bit annoying. And hello, B0, welcome in the YouTube chat. How are you doing? Let's get a default vocoder and just use the default setting, I feel like. Yeah, this is already enough. Oh yeah, the volumes are totally off. Also, we need more layers. Yeah, good, nice. Sounds crazy. Yeah, I've just started like 1 hour ago. We are making something with the Riot Serum 2 presets, which he released last week or the week before. And I'm just going crazy with free sampling, and my goal is that you can't notice that it was a Riot preset anymore. But I think you actually couldn't tell that this was a preset once. So I'm using all the bits here. Yeah, these were all preset, and now I'm resampling, layering, and doing crazy stuff. Because yeah, always when he drops something, I want to make something with it, and that's really fun. Yeah, this sucks a little bit. I don't like the tonality. I've been using so many frequency shifters already to kind of make this fit. Was it this sound? No, it was a different one, never mind. But yeah, this also doesn't work that well right now. Maybe this tonality. This would actually work. Maybe we can do a little A-B pattern with the guns happening in the A part here. Of course, the rhythm needs to be changed. Also, the layering needs to be changed with more layers, obviously, and also more and different tonalities. And then we can do some glitchy, deviate kind of stuff here in the B pattern. Listening to this preset or the sound very cool. Thank you, B0. I can quickly show you the preset which I've been using for most of the sounds here. No, actually not. Where is it? I think it's up here, yeah. I think, yeah, this is the preset I've used for everything. Or was it a different one? No, it was a different one. It was this one, the Amber gun. And I've been resampling this with many variations and just taking the best bits and doing everything or arranging all the elements in a different context and trying to come up with something cool. Yeah, the main gun tonality does not work. This works. But this one, this is so bad. Let's maybe get a corpus for some more intense movement or tonality. I'm sorry for the noises. Autofilter and vocoder combo perfect. Yeah, autofilter really, really sick. And yeah, as I've been using it here, autofilter and the vocoder isn't doing that much. Actually, this plugin by iFeature Fusion is doing lots of stuff here on this Crowley thing. And yeah, of course, filtering, disperser, and yeah, N spec comp light 2 here. And also some distortion here somewhere. Where were we at? Yeah, we were at this sound. Maybe before the snappy? Or we can just give it some movement by automating it. Oh yeah, like this. Ooh, this could be really fun. This is faster, exactly. That's really fun, I like it. That's really, really funny. Maybe also a little bit more decay. Always in the gaps where nothing is playing, you can hear the artifacts here. Yeah, this sounds kind of cool. The subsample was from a different preset. I was lucky. Let me find it really quick. I think it was Tonal Gun? Yeah, it was this preset. And the cool thing about this preset is that the preset actually has a little error. Well, I wouldn't call it an error, but you can hear when the sample or the tonality is over, you can hear just the sub is playing. And I just resampled the tail here and added some more distortion, erosion. And yeah, this is how I got the sub from one of the presets. Because there was no preset included, so obviously I had to isolate something. And this is how I did it here. And hello, Wings, welcome. Long time no see. That's true. I haven't streamed for a week, actually. Yeah, for a week. Or was it? Yeah, no, it was for a week, I think. Or when did I do the last stream? 1 week ago or 6 days ago? I don't know. Oh yeah, this sounds awful. But yeah, something like this. This is the current idea. Not quite sure if we keep the flow like this. Dum dum dum. Sounds a bit. Flow sounds a bit old school. But now we need one more sound here at the end. Yo, thank you. Thank you. Maybe we can take one of the other resamples. This one, for example. Throw that into the same track. And do some automations. So it would work in context. Wonky meow, yeah. Let's copy this probably. Did I pitch this? Yeah, I pitched this down by 7 semitones. Let's consolidate that and go to texture. And what were the settings? Okay, default settings and then -7. Ooh. Maybe stretch a little bit. Ooh. That's delicious. Yeah, of course we have to get the tonality right. The weird thing is that sometimes, or not sometimes, every time it sounds slightly different when you use Fusion without. And I think the best way to get the two individual results is to just resample the file itself without the other one happening before or after. So let's just bounce this to audio really quick. And then also bounce this, and then hopefully it should sound like I imagine it to sound like that. Oh yeah. That's a nice texture. You couldn't tell this was a bit Riot preset once. That's really funny. Do you usually make audio songs by resampling, or do you only do it specifically when making theater or dubstep? I would say that resampling is a really common method I've been using for quite some time now. Also, of course, in this case, the original sound was a preset, a bit Riot preset. But for example, in the last project, all the sounds were self-made. I think the original sound was just a saw wave, and I just resampled a saw wave all and over again and just turned it into crazy noises. But I would say that resampling is my standard process of coming up with unique and cool sounds. When it comes to melodic sounds or melodic songs, I haven't made a melodic song in a while. I usually just work with the MIDI and with the synths, for example. I'm wondering which audio interface you're using. I'm not using an audio interface. My headphones are going straight into my PC. But I have an audio interface for my monitors, for my KRK Raw kits. But not for my headphones. Let's change the tonality a little bit. But B0, I can highly recommend you getting also into resampling, because you have so many possibilities, especially with the stretching algorithms and stuff. That's always pretty extremely fun to play around with. Because you don't have to worry about automations, about latency. You can see what the waveform looks like, and this is what I like, because now I can estimate what the sound needs to improve it, for example. What would happen if we use another granulizer and put this into the granulizer? Okay. Granulizer makes for live, granulator 2. We could have also used Serum 2 for the granulation, for the granulator stuff, but not that important right now. Here you can hear one of the resamples. And let's throw that in here. New MIDI clip. I think C4, right? No, C3. By this way, you will create a new subgenre of tear out. How would you name it? How would you name it, Wings? In the end, I think what's important is your own convenience and quick usability, because that ultimately seems to be as to making your own music. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Of course, this method takes some time. I think on my last project, which we also did on stream completely, I spent 2 streams in total, I think 8 hours to just get the main sound right, because I usually spend lots of time tweaking the frequencies of the individual layers to get the desired tonality. So this takes some time, but I enjoy the process of just exploring different tonalities and seeing what might fit or what doesn't fit, for example. And now we need to beef it up. And spec complied. Also change the grain size. Some disperser. I would also resample it really quick so I can see the audio again. And now I can see what we have to do next, for example. For example, we could take the last bit and use a stretching algorithm again and do some crazy stuff. Also maybe with a pitch up. And hello, Bad Diamond. Welcome to the stream here. How are you doing? Transposition. And then we can do some automation. Which doesn't do much, but yeah. Yeah, good, nice. Yeah, this could work. Let's also render this to audio, I would say, because there's lots of stuff happening in the waveform. Yeah. The click is like over 1200 ppm extra tone. Which click? What do you mean, Wings? Which click are you talking about? Resample base. Do you mean? You mean the repetition here, the repeating snippet here? Yeah, I don't know what the BPM is. It was just some resampled glitchy noises. Yeah. I still don't like the main tonality. It's great, yeah, I also like it. Does it vary depending on the situation, the layering method, or the number of layers? It does. It does. Right now we have the sub, obviously. Then we have this layer, this one, and this one, and this one. But I still feel like we need more layers. So maybe, let's just make a new one and try to get something cool. Also, in order to get a new layer, we have to use a bit Riot Serum 2 preset. So we can have material to resample. What about the time signature change on one bar? This won't work. This won't work here. Don't want to make it too complicated. Let's see which one could work. Chaos mancher. No, what did I done? Oh. Because there's a weird one. This is perfect for resampling. I remember. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect for resampling. Actually, I would like to not include it in the main group. So we get some nice material to resample. Sometimes the sound comes out so insanely good that you don't even need layers. I believe you can relate to that as well. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes, that's right. But yeah, when you layer a lot, you can get lots of crazy sounds which you have never heard before, which is always super fun. Make a screenshot. We can try to make something cool out of it. This thing is cool. Could work as a layer. What if we keep it in the background, like this? Just a background layer. Yeah, this already sounds like a screech, the fart sound. What can we try? I really like the tonality of this. Maybe we can reinforce it with a resonator. Comp filter? Yeah. Kind of sounds like a comp filter now. Okay, now we need to rearrange it. Add some FX to flanger plus flanger plus 6 filter. Yeah. I don't like Serum FX that much, to be fair. It's good. Let's just resample again. Yeah, this is loud. Now we can take the tonal component and use it in this context. Now we can add an end spec comp light again. I still don't like this sound right here. This is kind of cool already. But this needs to be a little bit different. Too hard. Yeah, not that. Make it ravey. Yeah, not quite like I want it to sound like. Ooh. This is better. I can enjoy this. Oh, yeah. Ultra Style, yeah. Still not the biggest fan. I think I would like to resample it one more time. So we can see if we can improve it. Again, yeah. Resampling. If I don't like something, I just resample it to then make it fit again. This is my common approach. We can try some stock stuff. Oh yeah, let's try some spectral time maybe. I haven't used it in a while. Ooh. That's kind of cool. That's like that. Let's resample. Resample this again. Add any type of delay but mute on the blank space using automation. What kind of delay? You mean like delay on the sound or delaying the drop group, or what do you mean? Delay on the sound. Yeah, we can try that. Yeah, could work. Some and spec complied. And yeah, I think now you can't tell this was a visual Riot preset once. But the frequency is kind of off. But I'm honest, I think the delayed signal kind of ruins it. I think this works better, yeah. I think the delay is a bit too much. Maybe like that. Yeah, this sounds cool. And now we can use the same sound which we resampled, this one, as a layer for these glitchy textures and use a gate to make them fit the movement. That irritating sound is when you're using that method, but muting at the release via automation gives more space. My happiness. I think you know what I think I know what you mean. You mean ducking, that the delayed signal is only playing when the original sample All the original sound is over. Is that what you mean, Wings? Yeah, I could have made an automation, for example, in order to do that. But yeah, in this case, I did not care, to be honest. Let's take this file again. You got it, yeah. This one from the resamples. And just do some wild bits. This sounds cool. Yeah, these two maybe. Let's take this and make a new track. Mute this one. And then we need a gate. And use the input signal of the main group. Which one was? Oh my god, there's so many so many tracks already. This is what resampling looks like. So many tracks. Which one was it? 22? No, it was the main group here. This one. Why isn't it working? Usually it should work instantly, actually. The floor. Okay. No, the floor has to be all the way down. This is just the try signal, basically. Why is it working? There's also no green indicator that we are getting an external input sound. This is weird. Why aren't we getting a sound? Because this one isn't. Because this is muted? Yeah. Yeah. We don't, or we can't mute this. Of course, now we can't probably hear what this sounds like. Let's get an spec up. Also an EQ. Oh, yeah, you can hear the additional texture here. In context. Definitely add some extra spice. What if we also throw it into the group? It sounds a bit better. I'm honest, I don't like this sound anymore. Maybe we sample it again. We do a pitch automation. Like this. This works better. Let's also get an EQ. Just want to try something. Okay, now we would have to resample again. I'm so sorry. But yeah, this is causing some latency. Almost sounds like the Dominate sound by Space Lasses. I think this actually works. I like the idea so far. Now the question is, how do we do the A-B thing? This is just 2 bars. So 1 bar and then another bar with... No, actually not. It's just 1 bar. Oh my god. I did not notice. We should definitely change the arrangement a bit. So it's not just 1 bar with 2 pattern ideas. So we would have to extend the main pattern and move these glitchy noises to the side, so it makes more sense in a context of a drop. Let's just take this, duplicate. Sidechain is already there, and yeah, now we can just start to get a longer version of that. Do you use stereo image songs? Usually I'm doing the stereo image on the individual layers. For example, some layers like the noises or the noise layer is more stereo. Then we have other layers which are more mono. But I just do it on the sounds. But on the mastering process, I also do some stereo imaging, but not that intense. What if we did a little melody? Da da da. Could be fun. Let's resample. I wonder if this works. Now the sub also needs to be pitched up. Yeah, this can work. Let's see. Let's throw the glitchy things to the right. Also this noise thing for the glitchy noises, like that. And also we need a more transient heavy layer, which is really short, so we can get some more intense impacts, if you know what I mean. Let me mute this somebody quick. Maybe something faster? Yeah, this kind of lags. This should happen a bit later. Move this to the right. I think getting like the first major idea is always the most difficult part. Maybe a different rhythm, a bit more spread. Like this, maybe? Oh yeah, this would work. A bit more delayed. Maybe 1 2 1 2. Like this. Then one in between. I think these noises here on the right are the most interesting part so far. I need to make the main sound a bit more interesting. I think this glitchy movement with the repeating sound was okay. And then we should also do the movement accordingly to the faster bits here. Just do that really quick by arranging it in the right way, like this. And then a sustained one here. Then we can take this and use it here. And now we need a more interesting sound or more different tonalities. Maybe we can do an A/B thing with just two really interesting sounds. We could reuse. Oh yeah, we haven't used this one yet. I don't like the movement anymore with the pitched up version, so let's maybe stick to this one. And maybe we don't also need to have it starting like here, because we have the transients here, the impact of the sound, which is really intense. We can just delay this one in the arrangement already a tiny bit. Just see how it works out. But yeah, I have a good feeling about this. This one needs some processing. Delay with a delay is correct. Yeah, definitely wings, definitely. Also done that a few times already. Actually today, while I was working on a different project, when I woke up. Let's get articulate. Oh, I definitely need to get step at some point. Articulate is great for transients, but I think I need step. cool. Feedback with Convolver is underrated. This is really sick. I really like the idea here. This layer could actually need summer beef. Also another EQ. It's on summer high end. Let's also get another snap heap. But yeah, snap heap is really, really sick for processing. Maybe with a ring mod. This definitely works. I like the idea. Yeah, this sound needs some EQing. I like the panning. This is something Articulate causes. This is really, really funny when you use the focus separation and yeah, 100% of the mix. It creates some weird panning, which is cool. I like how off keys this microtonal elements are crazy. Yeah, this is definitely not in key, because yeah, in tear out you don't want frequencies to match with each other in a chord context. For example, you just want different textures which work well. And in this case, I don't look if the tonal part hits an A sharp or an A sharp plus 20 or something like that. So yeah, that's why I like this. Yeah, I also like this. Yeah, because of this, really, really fun. But yeah, it still needs elements. Yeah, this sound, I think. Yeah, I think this needs some more processing. I prefer the Ableton gate. Let's try the Ableton gate. It needs some more body, I think. Let's get an EQ. Oh yeah, and of course, and spec comp. Really well, I like this. It still feels a little bit muddy, a little bit messy. Yo, Wings, have a good night. See you, see you. Yeah, I think the main pattern is kinda done. Let's see if we can add some background stuff. There were also some. What's that? Ah, this is where I started the recording when I wanted to resample something at the very beginning, and I thought I didn't enable the recording, and this is where the recording ended or landed better. But nothing got recorded. This is where it went. Yeah, we need a new serum. So now we can use some of the presets again to then resample further. But I think in this case, oh no, not Serum FX, Serum. In this case, we don't need to resample that much because it will just be a background element. And yeah, there was one or two background effects. The hardcore kick. We can use that as a background noise to a certain extent. Yeah, it sounds the same on all notes. We can use that as a background element, as a background noise. Are there macros? No. Can we change it? Let's just render the hardcore kick, and then we can resample it again. With some stuff. I think it would be nice if we give it a convolver. Then we can use this high sweeping effect in the background probably. What else could we use? We could use fusion. Get a nice texture. I also want these artifacts. Let's render these really quick. Perfect for background stuff. And then without. And yeah, this was a hardcore kick once. But yeah, we can use the noise in the background. Also an N spec comp. And not that much. And then it should be fine for the background, I think. Actually, the multiband compression isn't doing anything. Or just a little bit here. Also give it some delay. And also probably a frequency shifter to frequency shift a little bit higher. Yeah, that's a nice background layer. That's a nice background layer. Yeah, we can also use this in the background with tons of reverb. Oh yeah, and I also want to record one version without the Fusion plugin. So you can just use the high sweep from the hardcore kick in the background as well. Get this nice, yeah, nice effect. Yeah, this sounds okay, I think. And then maybe this with some reverb. And then we can also blend it nicely in the background. And let's just resample and take a bit and loop it. It's the most efficient way we can use this resampled kick. This bit, for example, would work out well. EQ. Snappy with a frequency shifter. Another EQ. And we can also pan it. Get some more stereo information. And we can apply the same utility LFO combo also on this sound to give it some more space. And maybe change the, where is it, the offset to, oh no, not the offset. Which knob is that? The phase, yeah. Phase by 50%. And this one could have a different frequency. And then we can also try to incorporate this sound again from the beginning. Maybe on every bar would fit. A bit more quiet. And yeah, this is everything made, or this was everything a Visual Riot preset or multiple Visual Riot presets once. So yeah, as you can hear, we have turned it into something completely different with lots of processing, lots of resampling. Of course, we also could have used just the MIDI, but I think it's way easier to work like this and to get a bit more creative. But yeah, we will continue in a few minutes, and I will quickly go to the toilet. And yeah, see you in a few minutes again. All right, we are back. And now we can continue with this little project here. Okay, this is what we already have. Oh. Should not be enabled. And now we need maybe some different sounds to continue in the next section with maybe. Maybe we can do some more of these glitchy sounds. I think these are pretty cool. But I forgot what we what did I use? It was this granulator. Yeah. And in the granulator we put a render of this, if I remember correctly, or something similar. We used multiple resampled sessions of preset for this. We can come up with something else as well. Let's duplicate it really quick. And mute this and maybe get a different render. We have a few renders already. We can use the hardcore kick. That's actually kind of cool. Let's resample again. And now we need some more movement happening. What was the filter doing? And specker and now processing on these. We could use this in the background. This could be pretty cool. I don't know if this makes sense. I like the idea. Oh yeah, this makes sense. We have a counter element for a more complex rhythm. I think this could be pretty cool. More like a Fule sound, but just made out of the hardcore kick, which we resampled, put into the granulizer, and now using as another sound inside the layering here. Pretty cool. For the variation, which I'm going to do now, let's copy over the A part again. Drop it here. Also, we need the sub. Just from the A part first. I don't know if I will also copy this one later. Have to see. This one can be muted. And then we need this new sound. And this layer. And also the noise layers. And we also need the background stuff, which we've resampled. And the sidechain. And of course the drums, if I haven't copied them yet. So yeah, the drums are basically the only thing which aren't from the Visual Riot Serum 2 presets. This is actually really fun with the counter plucky thing. I don't know how crazy we can go with this. I just want to spam it everywhere now. What if we gave this a parallel layer with a delay to get a more tonal, annoying sound out of it? Just want to see how far we can go with this. I know. And then I think a frequency shifter would be best to turn this into something more pleasant and actually usable. Convolver? No. Frequency shifter. But yeah, this was a hardcore kick once. Frequency could be a bit higher. Maybe even give it some movement. I thought we had more variations. Where did this come from? From the granulator? No, this was a bounce. A bounce from what? A bounce from this, I think. Ah, yeah, I remember. Maybe we can record a different take. On different bits. Are there different bits in this sound? No. Sometimes the algorithm does not work here. Spawns it. Hopefully it sounds like I want it to sound like. Not quite that. This is what I wanted to sound. Ah, perfect. Now this one. Ah, no, that's wrong. I don't know what is causing this, but sometimes it sounds completely off. And the next time it would sound better. Like this time. This render sounds different compared to this one. I don't know why, but yeah. Same goes for this one. And then we can use these in context, hopefully. Which would be here. Oh yeah, this one is tasty. This one is really tasty. And maybe this one as well. Let's see. We can throw that into the granulator again and have some fun with resampling. Could be really cool. Let's consolidate that. Grab the new granulator and throw the sample in there from the multiple resampled sessions. Yeah, let's render that. And then we can throw that into the same processing chain. Yeah. And hopefully we can use some nice snippets from this render. That's a bit better compared to this. I think I will stick to this one, but slightly different. It sounds way more to the point. I don't know. It's something different with the processing. Can't remember what though. Okay, now we need one more sound here. And now we can maybe try a different preset and resample that again. I think that was a cool one, which I wanted to use at a certain point. Let's have a look. How long do it needs to be? Half a bar. So not that long. Let's go with C sharp first so we can hear it a bit better, or actually D sharp. But we would need it in B. Yeah, let's see, what do we have in here? Or maybe we can use one of the respaces. Oh yeah, we can also use the rhythm thing. Maybe it's a layer, I don't know. This could also be used in the background. I want to try something. Would this work in the background? This would be funny. It's actually work in the background. Okay, let's also use this sound in the background. Maybe a spectral gate on top? I don't know. Just to clean it up slightly. Like this. And then we can add some more processing to it, which can add additional high end, but in a cleaner way. It's another EQ. And as always, I would also resample that. So we have full control over the sound. Maybe do some fades in addition. Cut some lap overs like this one, for example, which we don't need. Just make it more precise in general. I think this would be the most obvious preset which we have been using here. This, yeah, tractor sound, basically. Was it this one? Oh, yeah. Let's also record this version with a yeah, faster speed. I think this one would work better. Yeah. And on this sound, I would also use some supermassive. Give it some slight more room. And this song can also have some Valhalla Supermassive. And yeah, this one as well. Just giving it some more room. This is really fun. I like it. And hello, Boki, Georgie, Vic. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Okay, now we need one more sound. Let's get another Serum 2. And get the MIDI just for this half a bar. Now we can try again to get a cool filler sound for the remaining gap, which is still a work in progress. Oh, this one. Definitely needs some processing. Actually play an E, I think, to get a bit more of the tonality. And then move it to the left slightly. Actually, I just want the second hit. And I think this could also have the main group treatment. Oh, we could also stretch it. Oh yeah, let's stretch this bit right here with texture. Maybe even pitch it down. Cool, I like it. Everything needs a filter. Let's just do it with Snap Heap. Always, also when I just want 1 kilohertz plugin, I always load in Snap Heap, because then I don't have to type in the word which I'm looking for and having to go through the giant mess of plugins. And here I have everything on one side, organized in the same order always. I forgot what I wanted to do. Yeah, I wanted to give it some distortion. Oh no, a filter actually, yeah. I think it does not need distortion because the compression is already adding enough, but we could add some more filtering actually. Yeah. We can do this with an LFO, I would say. Sync, half a bar. I just wanted to move up. With the cube increasing. Yeah. And then we can add a filter. W kilohertz skin, yeah. And I think one time Nesco said that he can't remember where he put the skin. You use the same. Nice, that's nice. Actually, ever since I've been using kilohertz stuff, I've been using this skin because I only got the kilohertz stuff, I think, because of Nesco, like 2 or 3 years ago, when I've seen him using, when I've seen him using it on stream, I think, and then I instantly got the skin. And so I'm not used to the blue skin. Always when I see someone using kilohertz and using the blue skin, I think something is off. This is usually the common the common skin. Same as Chris. This works surprisingly well. I did not expect it to sound that good. Of course, it has some flaws. The pattern is not the most original one, but yeah. Insane flow. Love seemingly random flaws like that. Thank you. Yeah, and this is what you can do with the Riot Serum 2 presets Volume 1. And yeah, the most obvious preset is this one. And all the other things are resampled like crazy. Title management, yeah. And yeah, this is really, really fun. And now we've got 4 bars. Am I motivated to continue? I don't know. In the next step, I would just do a different turnaround, so it wouldn't be that much work. Actually, the main things are done, the most time-consuming things. But I would definitely finish like a 16-bar drop idea for a video, which I will upload tomorrow, I think. But I would like to end the stream now because I'm tired, and I also want to eat something. And I think this is a worthy ending. We did a nice drop idea, and I will extend it, finish it. Some more crazy resample sections. I think this would turn out pretty well. Also, the background stuff is pretty cool. It does not need it doesn't need other background stuff because already is so full in the frequency spectrum. Got this sound, this one, this one. Definitely sounds really full. And yeah, the only thing which aren't from the presets, or the only things are the drums. I need to rewatch the release since I still HD to do some stuff, but damn, now I have some time. Yeah, no worries. I think when I do the video, I'll also quickly explain what I've done, show some examples of the resampling and of the layering. But yeah, most of the time, I think if you would like to rewatch the VOD, is me messing around with a frequency shifter in order to find the perfect sound of the layers. But yeah, 2 hours the dedication. Exactly, Tamashi, exactly. But yeah, it was really fun. I will finish the drop idea for a video, maybe for tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Shorter stream today because I feel a little bit tired. And see you. Thanks for watching and goodbye. See you.